Yesterday we were talking about the mitzvah of mishloach manot. Mishloach manot is mitzvah to send to one person two matanot. To one person, you send them two different items in the package in this gift, and a person is yotzeh. Today we're going to discuss the mitzvah of matanot le'evyonim. Matanot le'evyonim is a little different. Matanot le'evyonim, the mitzvah is to give to two evyonim. So you're not yotzeh by giving to one person, even if you give a large amount. The mitzvah is to give to two different people, two different aniyim. Halakha says two different aniyim does not have to be from two different families. Two different aniyim could even be from the same family. A husband and a wife could count as two different people. Family with children, you have a bunch of kids, an almanah, or you have a husband, and you're giving to all of them, and each one is getting separate. It's not a problem. A person could be yotzei matanot le'evyonim by giving to that family, because you gave this ani and that ani. There's a few aniyim in this house, so each one counts as a separate. The husband and the wife count as separate. The children, the wife. So therefore, a person is supporting a certain family, taking care of a certain family for Purim. That could be, of course, yotzei, the mitzvah of matanot le'evyonim. Now, what is the mitzvah of matanot le'evyonim exactly? So halakha says, mitzvah latet shetei matanot l'shtei evyonim beyom Purim. The mitzvah is just like mishloach manot. We said the mitzvah is to give on the day of Purim, not the night and not before. The mitzvah is to give matanot le'evyonim on the day of Purim to two evyonim. Now, technically, if you're appointing a shliach, you're giving it to the hacham, you can give it at any time. You give it today, and as long as the hacham is going to take care of it on the day of Purim, it's not a problem. That's fine. Again, but it has to make sure that the money reaches the ani on the day of Purim, not before and not after. That's the mitzvah. How much money does a person have to give? So halakha says, ויוצאים ידי חובה בין בנתינת מעות, בין בתפשיט, בין דבר אחר. You could be yotzei by giving anything. You could give money, you could give food, you could give whatever is, again, something that could be eaten, is able to be given to the ani. However, there are certain things which cannot be given to aniim. For example, if a person wants to buy him a nice gift, clothing, an item for the house, none of this is yotzei. People want to give toys and other things. It's not yotzei. You got to give them either food or money to buy food. That's what you have to give. Now, how much money or how much food do you have to give them? Halakha is min ad-din dai b'ntinat peruta achat. A person can give very little. Small amount. Guy can give $1 and yatzah. He's already did the mitzvah. However, halakha says that one should give not just a small amount, but rather should give matana. You're giving a gift. A gift is something hashuv, and therefore one should make sure to give the custom. The minhag is that we give the amount of a meal. Seudah. What's considered a seudah? That's what we give to the ani. Now obviously, seudah might vary differently between different people, but in general, seudah is approximately, a guy wants to go out for lunch to eat. He goes, he buys himself a slice of pizza with a drink and maybe some fries. It's about $5. Person wants to be a little bit more conservative, wants to buy himself a bagel with cream cheese and a coffee. This is considered a seudah. Again, it qualifies. The cost of that is what you have to give. Approximately anywhere between $3 to $5 per ani. That's what a person is obligated to give for ani. That's considered matana. It's a matana hashuvah. And obviously, obviously, if you're a person that your seudah is not a bagel and cream cheese, maybe for you, you should give more. Your seudah is not just the slice of pizza. You go out to the restaurant, you spend $50 on a seudah. So maybe for you, you have to give a little bit more for the seudah of the ani. It shouldn't be cheap on the ani. Rather, you give the matana the way a person's supposed to give. Again, this is the minimum. We're trying to give the bare minimum. This is the bare minimum. However, of course, a person should try to give the aniyim or waiting for the tzedakot of matanot le'evyonim. A person should try to give as much as he can. One last point. Make sure that you're not only giving for yourself. You're obligated to give for yourself, for your wife, and for your children. It's a mitzvah for each one separately. Each one has to give these tzedakot for the aniyim.